Hey, welcome to the Unmasked podcast here at Sauti Plus, partnership with Richer Hand Uganda. Today we are dedicating it to the men's mental health, and the theme of the podcast session is going to be debunking the myths around men's mental health. But before we proceed, we are going to first have a simple introduction on the fellow podcaster we are going to discuss. So let me start on my right, and then we shall have a simple introduction, including myself. Yes, we're going to start with this gentleman who's looking all cool. I don't know, sir, you can proceed.
Hi everyone. My name is Subi Abdurrahman. Co-founder Saints Clothing Brand and Saints Children's Foundation. I'm glad to be on the men's podcast, and we're here to create more awareness about our mental health.
Awesome. So on my left, this wonderful bearded, handsome, dark chocolate man. Yes, sir. You could proceed.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Ambrose Ocheng, CEO Amber Skies. Yeah, we are here to break down the mental health for men. Yeah.
Yes, Ambrose, tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Yeah. I'm a peer at the same time the CEO of Amber Skies. Yeah.
So, what does Amber Skies do?
So Amber Skies, it's like should I say a limited thing? Like we deal in furniture. There is furniture.
Okay.
There is some more real estate, although not that. Yeah, man, other things.
You're such a go-getter. We are glad to associate with you.
Oh, thank you.
Sir.
Thank you so much. My name is Genesis, and that is my music name. Like that's what.
How did you come up with that name, Genesis?
Genesis. Okay, so I believe that everything that happens has a start, and by then there are a lot of things that I really wanted to change in the community where I come from, and I believe that I am going to be the change that I want to see.
Yes.
So I'm the initiator. I am simply Genesis.
Nice.
And Muvunyi Joseph, also music producer, musician, peer educator with Richer Hand, and also swim instructor. Yes.
Oh, you teach people how to swim?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a specific category of people you teach, or you?
I teach almost everyone apart from the infants.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So
can be a lifeguard.
Yes.
I think I need lessons for swimming also.
You should talk to him.
Just slide into that DM. All sorted.
Okay, so my name is Brian Humza, and I'm the founder of Share Joy International, a non-government organization that identifies challenges faced by young people and children, and then we provide sustainable solutions. Sustainable solutions, not only solutions that are going to be impactful, but even achievable and realistic. And we were working on a campaign called Tonkwatako, which aims at stopping sexual harassment in institutions of learning, outside, and even in office spaces. So personally, the men's mental health resonates with me deeply, and I'm so glad that through Richer Hand Uganda, Sauti Plus, they have offered a platform that men can come out and express themselves without fear of being judged, fear of being ridiculed, fear of being embarrassed. So this is to me, these are my brothers now, and whatever we're going to discuss about is going to be more of a, we're not going to remain the same, assuring ourselves, assuring the people, the young men there, the Gen Zs, that hey, it's okay to speak out, it's okay to do this, the kind of solution they're going to offer. So we are going to start with one of the questions I'm going to pose to each of every panelist around, and one of them is, how can a man know if he might be struggling with his mental health? What are the signs to look for? So I'm going to start with Genesis, the musician. All
right, thank you. I am happy. Okay, so one thing that a man should look and know that I am really having mental health issues is the switch of moods. Yeah, we have seen this. I personally, I grew up from a slum kind of area, and
yes,
I used to see, like, okay, I used never to be home, and I used to be at my neighbor's place all the time because my parents were so busy I couldn't be at home by myself. So there is a father or one father that used to come back home very happy, but in just a few seconds, his mood is already switched. His mood is already switched. He's looking at everything and everything is not pleasing him. Why is this saucepan here? That's a slap to everyone. So I believe, okay, I've just grown to this age and known that this guy really had serious mental health issues. So it is one thing that one person should know, one man should know, that I need help. Mood swings, mood switches, from happy to angry, top notch at a very high speed.
Sorry to interrupt. With whatever was happening, did you feel do you feel that his anger affected you in any way, that you also at a certain time you feel like you angry and the only solution you can do it, maybe you're mad at someone or maybe mad at something, the only thing you can do is to let it out? So what did you learn out of that situation, and what do you feel like it should be done, or what do you think your father should have done if you are in his shoes?
Yeah, if I was in the shoes of this person, maybe I would know that it really affects the people around you, and it affects them negatively to the point of they hate you. They feel not appreciated every time you harsh on them in case there's anything that didn't go right or please you at any point.
Yes.
So as a man, I really think you have to at least loosen up a little bit in case you are having issues and things that are not going okay. You're not loving what you see. You have to loosen up a little bit.
Well, we have learned from Genesis that if certain times we try, when men do things out of anger, out of whatever position we are, out of our mental distress, sometimes we forget that the people around us are affected with every action, and that action and everything we do tends to push them away from us, and then in the end makes us men to be lonely. And you cannot be loved if you do not give the love. So I feel Genesis story resonates that if my father was able to give me the love and be there, understand me, listen to me, not be tough on me, it would have been so much more better.
That is true.
So men, what we need to do, I don't know whether you agree with me, Ambrose.
Yeah, I do agree with you. But I feel like you cannot talk about mental issues and you don't talk about stress.
That's true.
Stress, it's really a big thing in men. Although we find it very hard to open up.
Why so?
No, it's just like I think it's the society which planted that it's in us. Because it's very hard for a man to put down, talk to somebody about something which is really
Remember this one time a math teacher comes in class pissed and he's having his mental issues and couldn't talk to his wife and the stick would talk for him.
So Ambrose, so what do you think? Because if you say that to speak out, some men have tried speaking out. You understand? They have tried speaking out and they have tried reaching out for help. But at a certain time, the people they trust to rely on tend to use that information against them. And so they tend to let it in, not to let it out. So what advice would you give someone who has shared out information, who has sought help, and in the end they were never assisted? So right now they feel like even the community, the society we live in, does not care for the men. Because even though when I was growing up, NGOs or whatever institutions were coming up, they're looking at the girl child. They abandon the boy child.
The university thing to the 1.5 points that
Even the university they're caring about the girl child. How about? So what do you say about that Ambrose? Then we shall come to Subi.
Yeah, so it's really hard for a man to open up to somebody. If a man opens up to you, it has really taken a lot. I feel like for somebody to open up, like for example, a man to open up for somebody, I think it's better we use counselors. Because I feel like a counselor, it's really hard for a counselor to go out and then he talks about your situation. I feel like it's very hard for a counselor to talk about somebody's situation. So I have a feeling that if we do talk with counselors, they will try to help us through the mental issues. So and the other thing I think we should use also our parents. Most of the times our parents are the best counselors we have ever got in this world. Because for most of the parents, okay, although not all the parents are the same, but to me at my side, I feel like me talking to my parents it's really something than talking to somebody else. Because I feel like like for example my mother. If I talk to my mother, the advice my mother gives me, it's not the same advice I'll get from somebody else. Because for her, she always tells you the truth. Good or bad, she will always tell you the truth. So I feel like if you open up to counselors and to our parents, maybe there are some other good friends, but although most of the times the friends we call our friends, they're not friends.
Well. Remember, the last question I'll pose to you. Some people do not have parents. Some are orphans. Some are living in a life whereby even their parents, they do not have that accessibility, the same kind of love you would have. I think the best person to answer this question is Genesis. Genesis, what would you say about that?
About what?
A Gen Z, for example, Ambro, for him, he's the way of opening up is reaching out to the mother,
To the parents.
So you, who has been with a father who was so hard on you, who never gave you that listening ear, so what do you think? What kind of way can you open up? Which kind of other person apart from your parents?
All right, so I'll speak for myself. And okay, for me, one way that I used to open up,
Yes.
it was through the music. It was through the music.
Wow.
I grew up writing a lot, writing my own music. At some point, I even learned how to make my own beats, make up my own music, and put how I was feeling into the music to help me open up, to help me feel like I'm talking to someone. Yeah. And trust me, by the time I finished recording a full song, I felt so relieved. I felt so I felt like stress-free.
Wow.
And anytime that I felt like I needed to talk to someone again, so my advice would be that if there is someone there, a young person that is going through this kind of situation and you don't have like parents, close people to talk to, maybe find something to do that can help you open up. It can be painting, it can be even football itself, it can be a poetry, it could be even music like me. So
Or even being a peer educator.
or even being a peer educator. Yes. And if you can't find someone to talk to, maybe be someone that that attracts the message. Like if someone wants to talk to someone, be that someone that they can talk to you.
All right. Thank you, Genesis. Then to our colleague here, our fashionista. He has a clothing line. He's a founder of Saints Children Foundation. He's a great man. So, what do you think are the main causes of men's mental health?
I would love to start with a family background. So basically, I'm a person who watches documentaries a lot about serial killers and all that. So these guys, to be made serial killers, to end up killing people, it all goes back to the way they were nurtured by their parents. And if you look at most of the serial killers in history, they're more of men. Like I've barely seen a female serial killer, but these guys really had serious mental health issues. So parents, and now in Africa, there's nothing you can tell a traditional African parent. You can't explain mental health to them. They will barely understand that. And more of a boy, you can't say a word. At least a girl could say something and
Why is it so?
Now personally, I had a mental breakdown. So I called my mom and talk a lot, emotions are out, start crying. So I'm crying and she says, stop crying, men don't cry.
How did you feel about that?
I felt like I just had to accept it, that that's society and man up. And
did it affect you in any way?
It actually affected me positively. It's according to how you've taken it, but that really shows that it gives you the urge to I've been depressed, but a man has to be strong and all that. You get? That's what I got. But at some point, it's bad that a man has a right to cry. Like, you have to let out your feelings. What do you mean a man shouldn't cry? That's why people end up committing suicide. Since, it's less disrespectful than crying. Like, let me just kill myself, and I don't want to hear the shame of it. Let me say, when you cry in front of people and they make fun about you, you'll hear it again. But men go into suicide, that they won't hear it again. They're done with it. But one thing I'll say about suicide, it's a permanent solution for temporary things. Like, it's not really the way to go.
Okay, you're right. So we we did you to help us identify. Okay, maybe to guide you. We had a debated discussion prior to the podcast session. We jokingly someone said women are the causes of one of the major causes of men's mental health.
Yeah.
Keyword: men's mental health. Do you agree with that?
Your question is men are
Women
responsible for
are women
Women,
responsible for men's mental health?
No,
At what extent?
just to be like off topic, like I would want to start with men being responsible for their fellow men being responsible for the mental health of men.
Why?
So I'll describe this like I've watched this before that you enter, let me say, a saloon for men. You look at the mood around, everyone is like, you know, gloomy and like everyone is pissed in there, just business and all that. And you know, men always go to, you know, to like maybe when they're stressed, you go there, like they really have no one to talk to. Even approaching your fellow man, guy is looking pissed. But if you look at the way women manage their mental health, you go to a salon where women are, there's always a vibe going on, talking about, you know, my man does this, they let it out. But men, business strictly. Don't be like some of them be like, yo, don't be a bitch, man. You're being a pussy or something.
I know.
Yo, the man don't give you that point, and they, you know, like, and that really has kept us backwards. So to get back to your question is, why are women the major cause of men's mental health?
No, I didn't say why are women. I said are women the major.
Do you believe
Are women?
Yes.
At some extent, yeah, that's true. Cause
How?
society brought it out that a man, no matter the situation you're in, you have to bring something to the table. Yeah, and that has really brought a lot of, should I say, overwhelming responsibility to a man, and the fact that you have to be the provider. And you know, a woman, like, it's biologically is a weaker creature to, you know, to a man. So you have to be the provider to them, regardless of your financial status. She's always looking at you to provide. So, and you can't handle that. So you have to really struggle out. And
So what your point is that the financial bit, it causes a man to be mentally unstable or depressed or whatever.
yeah,
Like to add on,
Yes, I'm good.
like I feel like, yeah, indeed women are the main. Okay, they are not that, but I think they are the main cause.
They are going to look for you after this podcast. They are going to look for you.
No, I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth.
Alright.
Because if you ask most of the men, most of the men are passing through a lot, but they don't speak out.
Okay.
Their marriages. You know, there is this scenario: a man comes back home, like when really the man has tried there outside, but things have failed. And then the guy comes back home, and then the wife, she's like, "Wait, bring this and this, blah."
Yeah,
Remember, the guy has really
yes.
tried outside.
Yes.
And then also this lady comes in with adding on the stress, asking for stuff. Yeah, the guy is really thinking how to get the stuff.
But where do you expect the man to get the food if you, a man, cannot provide?
No, let me tell you this. Like I feel like also women, since they say that we are in a modern era, I feel like also women should work.
yeah, like,
But
someone
I mean,
else-
yes, a woman, she's
Yes,
working.
it's okay. It's okay for me to provide. It's okay, but sometimes things do fail.
No,
They need
but
to understand that.
imagine, put a scenario. This lady has been patient with you. It's now coming to years. You have been having the same stories. She's getting rumors that maybe you are from the bar, you're spending the money somewhere else, and then you are coming with that kind of notion that you are mentally unstable, mentally not well because you're putting on pressure. What do you say about that, Genesis?
Brian, this is it.
Yes.
Okay, for the case of a woman being your wife, it can be at some point the cause of your mental. Not all women, because we find women who are police women and they, you know, women that are doctors, that are nurses, and they really fix you up. So let me give you an example. Let me
What do you
give
mean fix you up?
no, like therapists. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
What did you get?
I thought fixing you.
Okay, so this is it. This is it. Women in families tend to be over demanding sometimes, and you get it, over demanding sometimes,
Yes.
in quote sometimes,
Yes.
because a man comes in and maybe a woman in her day, maybe she saw something that she really got, attracted to. She admired it, and maybe it's expensive. She comes back home and stresses you out, spins you on the wall. You have to get me this, you have to get me that, because
In a rude way.
Sometimes it's even polite. Sometimes it is. Wait. Like sometimes it's even polite.
Demanding. They're always rude.
Yes, no. Sometimes it's even polite, but again, over and over, if at all you don't have like the ability to provide that exact thing.
So when did you jump into a relationship if you're not able to?
And that's what I was getting at.
Okay, give me a second. Hear me out. There's this thing that ladies also do. It's comparing. Yeah, comparing. Someone come easily. For me, I've ever had such a word that how you're not a man. You don't. In Uganda, Olimusajja Chigwe. If at all you can't take me to which artist was here? Was it Davido?
Yeah, Davido caused a lot of commotion.
That show was expensive. There's no way I could get my salary and remove 300,000 for me and her. Yeah, put it in a show.
But it's happy moments together.
Going back home, I was belittled to a woman because I couldn't take her to a show. I was stressed.
You were stressed?
I was stressed.
Genesis, yeah?
And at some point, yes.
You should really recheck your love. Does she really love you? So I feel like, trust me, if you guys agree on something, because love is built on trust, you really know your partner, you know their situation. So basically what you guys are explaining is more of a courtship relationship, a relationship that is around, if it's finance that really creates a relationship, then you're having something funny that's not love. And let me say, like now,
what do you mean something funny? Could you elaborate to that?
Something funny that's not love.
Yeah.
Let me say, Brian, your girl loves you for the money. Like she's always talking about money and all that. You get that. You get that's not love at all. But where I say the finance comes in is that though you guys love each other and okay, let me say the woman is rich, she's the one providing, but naturally the man, you'd have the urge to provide. You would have to look for the money and all that. And I feel like
okay. Sorry to interrupt. You people are centering this conversation on a woman asking you for things and it causes you mental distress, whatever. How about a man who's married to a woman who has a lot of money?
No.
So that can also cause such issues. Explain that. You see,
never wish for a woman to be providing.
No, she's earning a lot of money. Remember, she's not providing, she's earning a lot of money. Actually, she's one of the big people. She earns something over 30 per month. For you earning something like 5. What would you say about that? Because some men, never much a woman provides, she will say, why is Nancha earning more than I earn?
Okay, so if you're to really dig deep on the root cause, it is not entirely women, but it is the societies where these women are.
How has society influenced women to be who they are?
Yes. So we have some of the, gender roles, some of the beliefs, some of the, sayings and myths that people really believe. For example, a man should be richer than the woman. And that can really stress you out.
Yeah, okay.
Because wherever you're coming from, like since you are a baby, you're growing up, this is what you've been hearing. There's no way you are richer than, a woman is richer than you. A woman can't provide for you. At all costs, it's you to provide. Yeah, it can stress you. Not even the woman stressing you, but you just look at the woman. She has money, you don't have. Stressed. There and then.
Okay. Now, Ambrose, would you marry a woman who has more money than you?
That's a great question.
It's a hard one.
Of course, you would say yes.
No, let me tell you this. According to the stories I've heard, guys who have women who are richer than them, it's really not good.
Tell us one more.
So there is this story a friend of mine told me that there is this guy, also is a friend. The guy was broke, and then here comes in this lady, bougie, had money, blah blah. And then the lady, she tells the guy, "I'm going to provide everything, but the only thing you're gonna be doing, it's." Exactly.
What thing?
It's the S word.
Okay.
So the guy accepts. Since he was, he needed money. The guy was broke back then. Now down the road, something like 3 years down the road, the guy is like, bro, never wish to get married to a woman who has money more than you. The woman stresses the guy out. The guy is not allowed to be outside. That's true. When it's past.
But that's how relationships supposed to be. That's how relationships supposed to be. What do you do?
Yes.
Did he wash knickers?
By the way, most of the women, I have a feeling. Although the guy never told me that, but I have a feeling he does it. I have a feeling.
Wash knickers.
Yeah.
The undergarments.
Oh my god.
I have a feeling that guy does it all. The guy is well provided. He provides everything.
I thought men, when they are provided to, if a man is provided to, and they have given what they need, the money, the resources, the car, the facilities, that will reduce them, reduce the chances of them being mentally distressed.
You've noticed that that disrespect really grows. The fact that you're the man of the house, you lose that title, exactly. And she's going to disrespect you. And you know, women, not to be mean, but they gossip. Most cases, they gossip a lot.
Amongst their friends,
amongst themselves. So they'll be like, you get your driving your car, and she gave it to you. That's not out, and, you know, really? That's not even his car. I bought him those clothes. Well, you get, if you have like a misunderstanding with a woman, she'll really trash you to bottom.
The way you're speaking is like as if you have a personal experience. Would wish you, if you have value to share. And then I advise these young boys who are watching, the Gen Zs, not to indulge. Because most of the young boys, let me tell you, I've interacted with most of the young boys. I've known out of 10 of them, 7 of them would want to get married to a woman who provides. And when they use this coward, as long as she provides.
Yeah, so some guys have like that perspective that in most cases the women that provide are older than you get. And okay, people really want that motherly love. She's going to treat you like a baby. You get
sugar mummies.
Have you eaten? You get.
But at some point,
buy you clothes like mom used to do.
No, but some ways can do that.
Yeah, they can. You should really love
some of them. Those ones really have true love.
Guys, James has something to say.
No. It's a question.
It's burning. Yes.
No, it's a question.
Yes.
Do you believe that one of the causes of the men's mental health is even ignorance? Yeah. Men don't really know that they are going through things. Men don't know that they are suffering.
What are the signs that would enable these men to identify that they are mentally?
Okay, before we go to the signs,
the signs.
Before we go to that, a man is struggling, but because he's not aware, for him he thinks that is being a man.
Being a man.
I was
breaking down inside.
I sat on this border, and the border guy told me that he has been to prison. He had just come back from prison. And I was like, hey man, why would you do things that put you into prison? It's like, that's a place for real men. No? That is, you should be a man. A man should suffer. A man should be like
this. I also wonder, like, why do people think that going to prison and then you come out, now you're a man?
Yeah, that's shit.
You see? These guys are very ignorant. They don't know that they are suffering. Their wives are treating them like doormats, but they don't know that it is affecting their, they are having mood swings. They don't know about the mood swings. They don't even know that
they are breaking
this
down
feeling
this
right
side.
here needs, it's calling me for
addictions.
Yeah,
and all that.
they have addictions. They no longer want to, sleep. They no longer want to stay at home. They're not happy, and they don't know that
themselves.
It is something that is, affecting their lives.
Well, this is a very heated debate, argument. We don't know who's right, but we believe that whatever they are provided is going to assist one or two, someone victim going through the same issue, same scenario, same circumstances, that you do not know that you are on your way to mental distress. And as you have shared, it's always important to reach out to people who are experts, especially in counseling departments. Reach out to organizations that deal with young people who go through such issues. Reach a Hand Uganda, and we want to thank Sauti Plus and Reach a Hand Uganda to providing this opportunity for someone there to understand that, hey, it's okay to speak out, and enabling them to realize that these are the causes, these are the issues that would rise or bring onto mental distress. So one of the things scenario people have, young men have, is that for me, most of the times when they are being heartbroken, they will not seek for help. The first thing they will do is run to the gym. So what do you think? Does you looking mugged and strong going to assist you or help you to recover from such a scenario? And you're going to use one of the live examples. Ambrose, tell us about it. Because you are mugged, you are a strong man. Don't you get heartbroken? Oh
no, like going to the gym, it helps you with your mental health also. Like a gym, I feel like a gym, it's like, okay, although you're not getting medicine, but I feel like gym, it's other way of releasing
Therapy?
stress. It's therapy, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's really
Relieving.
if you have been to the gym, you can testify. You go inside when you are feeling stressed. By the time you come out, at least you have released some stress. Should I say that? Cause really, the gym, I feel like a gym, it's a place for releasing. Although it doesn't take it all away, but it helps you to release by that time.
Okay.
Yeah, and also,
Yes.
some of the suicidal thoughts and, feeling unworthy. Like these thoughts really pile up when you are just seated there or you're just on the bed.
I
you're,
don't mind.
You're doing nothing with your life, and trust me, there is no way you go to the gym and have your suicidal thoughts when you have 200 kgs to squat with. You're down with 150 kgs and you have to stand and you're like, oh, I wish she didn't cheat. There's no way. So you find that over time, because it is not a one-day thing, it is not an overnight change. It is, you have to repeat it. You have to repeat it until it's small progress till you are healed. So it's a process. So maybe gym might contribute 1% of your healing, and then over time, like a month or 3 or 2 or 5, then you are over that.
I feel like even gym, like besides making you physically strong, it makes you emotionally strong.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you walk out of the gym and look at the pump, you're like,
you feel be proud of yourself.
yeah.
Well, I wish we had some ladies in the house and I had them, they would have contributed something concerning the gym. So now, if you're talking about mental health, we shouldn't forget about suicide.
Yeah.
Suicide is a very important. We had a scenario recently. One of our colleagues in the marketing world, he committed suicide, and one of the underlying factors, I do not know what it was, but presumably he left a note, a message to a group, a WhatsApp group, that he was feeling empty. And what do you think makes men feel empty at a certain time? What makes men feel like they are no more empty, even when they wake up to try to do something? What causes that? Because if you're to talk about mental health, you need to understand what causes mental health and what are the major causes. So a man feeling worthless must be something. So talk about that. I don't know.
What I would say is that one thing that makes men feel unworthy and all that is that men don't get actual love. They're not, and that thing is so crucial. You really, like, no one would come and ask a man how they're doing mentally. How is your mental health state? No one would do that, because they assume you're a man and you have everything under control. And besides our mothers, no one really matters about, would say, would make you feel worthy of living, you get. So I feel like men need to people really need to value men's emotions, you get. You see your boy is not okay, really sit him down and talk about it. Get to that deep talk, you get. But people perceive it in another that men don't get down with that. And yet you're dying inside.
Yeah, to add on, so is because I feel like men are not loved. Like most of the, okay, I should not say this, but I will say it. Most of the ladies see us as, I think, banks. Should I say that?
ATMs.
I come in peace. They see us as ATMs. For example, you go, you see this chick, she's, you'll be like, okay, let me try to go there. The first thing the chicks think in his mind is, I'm going to get money from this guy. They think that we are bank accounts. Yet we are not. Also, as we do work, we go outside there and then we push, so that, just know, men really need to be loved. Because people are full of fake love. Most especially women. Women, they can give you fake love.
You must have an experience, man.
Great, I've never had fake love, but
Tell us about that story. Share with us. Don't mention names. We're interested in the story.
So there's this chick, I vibe her. I feel like, okay. And then after a week, after me vibing her, I've been texting, talking, blah blah. After a week, the chick, she sends a message, hey, what's up? My grandmother has died. My grandmother
that's
has
serious
died.
now.
But
I'm like,
another
oh,
thing,
sorry, you know, you want to show, the cheek, well, you like the cheek, sure. And then she's like,
The man.
but I don't have transport. She's
How much is it?
Where do you live? I'm like, where's the village? I think she's like, don't worry, but I don't have transport. I'm like, how much? She's like 500. Just now I was like,
She was using plane.
500K.
I was like,
500K.
okay, 500K. I was like, are you Ugandan? She was like, yeah, I'm a Ugandan.
Yo, that was
Like I
serious.
was thinking, like,
How long had you not have?
it was a week.
A week. And she was
Just a
already
week,
making
and then my
demands.
grandmother died in that
Oh.
week.
So basically,
Another thing, Brian.
Yes.
You spoke about men feeling empty. You know, one thing that really, fulfills their soul is feeling appreciated.
Okay.
You feel rewarded, yeah. And why women, are very confident, they are way out there. It is
wherever they
because
go.
a woman can receive like compliments,
Compliments, yeah, every
like
day.
over 5,000 compliments in a month. Yeah,
True, that's true.
in a day she can receive like
That's
a minimum
nice.
of 10
Yeah.
Yes.
compliments. Hey, beautiful. Hey, cutie. I
That's-
really
that's
like
deep,
your
that's
smile.
deep, that's
I like
deep.
the way you walk.
Genesis, that's deep.
And women have men have gone to the point, and notice this. It is not only men that compliment women. Women compliment themselves.
Oh,
it's all about, you see,
No, that's okay.
but if a man compliments a guy, you get, you go, what's going on?
that's what I talked about. That
In a
the men's
society.
saloons, like those guys be pissed.
I mean, you can get a hard fade from a saloon, like it's a hard thing. Eh?
Yes.
You're looking kawa, but no man will say, bro, you're looking.
Like,
But you'll just be like,
So,
oh,
our ladies out there watching,
Yes.
please, when you see me out
Muteko
on the
compliment.
street, say Genesis.
You know, you
are hot today. Indeed, you are the smartest I've seen. It makes us feel rewarded, and there is no way I'm going to feel empty. Even though I have challenges, someone said I am the smartest. Someone said I am.
So
I am
positive
handsome. Someone said,
compliments are important to make a
yeah,
man feel.
and to my men, if at all you're like some of us who don't receive this compliment, please compliment yourself. Positive affirmation. Wake up every morning and say you are Genesis Magic Beats. You are
Villa wakers. Wake up and then you be like, Brian, you looking.
Brian,
Yes.
have you seen these men who say that, man, what can I do? Like, I am this, I am that, and they put themselves down. You know, that brain is something funny.
Yeah.
What you give it,
what
The subconsciousness.
it's what it takes.
yeah.
For the brain, it doesn't know whether you are lying, whether you are joking. Even if you say that I am rich, my guy, you can walk out and feel like you're rich. And you start
It's
acting
important
rich.
to-
So,
And it all starts with self-love.
compliment yourself and receive more
Because if you don't
compliments.
love yourself,
Well, one thing I've got from this discussion, I don't know about you, but one of the things I've realized is that for me to feel important, relieved, or for we men, we need to compliment each other.
Yeah.
For change to happen, or for us to feel better or loved in society, or the community we live in, we need to start complimenting our friends. Because honestly, I must say to you guys, it would be so bad. It would come from a very long place, in a very deep. For me to tell Ambrose, you have a nice shirt. But now from this discussion, I feel like I'm going to go and be the ambassador of change, be the
Yeah.
ambassador of wellness, enable our fellow men out there to be better. So every boy, every guy, every Gen Z, you're there. When you find a man somewhere there, when they're doing some work, please compliment them. They need it for them to feel loved and appreciated.
yeah, you see your boy sad, give him a hug. Hug him.
Yeah,
Because
and
the antonomy of a hug
my
is
my
really,
takeaway
a hug means a
also
lot.
out of this conversation is men should really report in case seek for help. Yeah, they should seek for help in case there is anything that is not right.
Yes.
In case you feel low, you feel empty, seek for help.
Do we have services in Uganda that offer,
Yeah, we do have
We have
them.
those.
especially men's mental health
Yeah.
services?
For men's,
For example, give us examples.
For example, like there is this app. It's called. What should I say? There are those toll-free numbers where you call and then they always give them on radios. If
Does
you
Reach
do
a Hand Uganda? Okay, you are a peer educator. Are you a peer educator?
Yeah. Reach a Hand, I think it's working on that. They had it, but I think it got some problem. But they're working on it, and
Okay.
I think it's already on the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we are closing up. But one last word from each and every person here. what is that last one statement that you would want the world to remember you about, especially in this mental wellness month for especially the men? What would you want? So what's that one thing that you would want the world to know, and you stand for it? You'd want people to society, community, women to change or to improve on?
Like, one thing I would say is men are just like women. Men matter. Men need love. Men are emotional. Men really need care. They need to be identified, because our society is more considerate of the women. Through schools, like, you find that education-wise, women are favored. Job applications, setting up institutions, women are favored. Bursaries, women are favored. So I really think men should be loved more than they deserve. Like, some love that is equivalent to the way they hustle. You get? That's what I'm trying to.
All right, that makes me ask Amber, what do you think the people, the stakeholders, the people who can influence policies, fund organizations that are towards or advocating men's mental health or helping the boy child out there, what's one word do you think to enable them, to motivate them to support these young people, especially in Uganda, Kampala?
Yeah, I think for the men, let me first speak to the men. Love yourself. Nobody will love you the way you love yourself. First love yourself, then love others. Put yourself first before you put. There are like those things of saying that I first put this. Love yourself. Self-love. Self-love. Love yourself. Yeah.
All right. So what's the one remark you'd give to the people who have the resources to fund these groups, these cohorts, these services that support men's mental health?
Yeah. I feel like you should reach out to men, because men do face a lot, but they have that fear to speak out. I feel like for example, you can go in school and call boys, and then like back then when I was in primary, like we had this thing, it used to be for only boys. They used to gather us around, and then they put us down, and then they'd be like, what's that thing you are facing, you as a boy? Like, I feel like they should also encourage that stuff to come back in schools, universities, and some other organizations should also reach out to them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Genesis.
All right. Thank you so much, Brian, for this opportunity. And I would really want to share something very, very small but very important.
Yes.
Men, your manhood is not, measured on how you provide, on how your wealth, like how wealthy you are. It is not your ability to gain more wealth, but it is based on how able are you to impact positively the lives of people that you're living in. It doesn't matter whether you're a family man, whether you're a youth, as long as you are a man, everyone around you, regardless of their sex, age, and background, please impact them positively. That's it. Thank you so much.
Well. You want to thank our hosts today, the people who have hosted us. That is South Plus, Richard Hand Uganda, and for this great opportunity. And every man out there, don't feel like you are alone. You are loved, and every person there is do not live in your own world that if I come out and speak out, I would be judged or I would not be a man anymore. It's important to speak out, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the situation. Identify the right person to talk to, identify the right people to talk to. Not everyone it's not like you can trust everyone. Not your girlfriend, you may not trust your mother, you may trust that one person out there. Reach out to one person for help and make sure the story is out clear. And above all, trust God. Yes.
True. Pray about it.
All right. So I want to thank you, Anne. Thank you for watching and being with us, and see ya.